Mariam, here in Brussels today, the European finance ministers will probably agree to the insertion of a couple of lines of text into the European Union Treaty, which is going to allow them to create a permanent crisis mechanism after 2013. But it's been quite a few weeks of wrangling over how they're going to get that wording in there, which is a reflection of the division going on between the North and the South. But it's also a reflection of domestic pressures at home all around Europe. I went to the Netherlands, and there I found that the government is also under pressure.
Amsterdam in the Netherlands, one of the first countries to adopt the euro, and one of the Eurozone's most prosperous members. But there is unease as economic growth flags. Professor André Krauwel says some Dutch worry about the rising cost of bailing out Eurozone members that can't pay their debts.
Do not want to see cuts at home and then seeing all the money going abroad to bail out foreign banks. So if now more money would also be needed for the Portuguese and the Spanish bank to be bailed out, I think the opposition towards that will be larger, and I think the anti-immigrant party will pull out of supporting the government and we'll have new elections in the Netherlands.
The risk of a voter backlash partly explains the government's reluctance to expand the EU's temporary bailout fund. The finance minister talks about prevention, not aid.
Even the countries who are in troubles today can also do a lot of things to prevent that they will in the end need this mechanism, to speed up economic reforms for their labour markets, to speed up fiscal consolidation packages, to speed up tax reforms. So they can do a lot of things in order to prevent them to accessing this emergency fund.
Chalk and cheese differences between euro members in the north and those in the south could make the single currency zone unworkable.
How we live here, how we do our business, is not the same as in South, and they cannot copy that from us. If there's a rule, you have to do what they say, or what you all agree. And if you do that, then there's never a problem. But they are too flexible with rules.
A risk of a backlash in places like this may mean leaders at the European summit aren't all on the same boat.
So there are still differences amongst European Union leaders, which means that the chances of having any discussion about relieving the burden on the European Central Bank by making the temporary mechanism more flexible, or even a proposal that's come from Jean-Claude Juncker, he's mentioned it again in today's Handelsblatt newspaper, to create a euro bond market, a common European bond market, also won't be coming under discussion at this meeting either.